So we'll walk out to the chicken coop here. Hey, chicks. Stay in. Come on. Made a mass water feeder I saw from some New Zealanders on the internet, on YouTube. Little nipple feeders. They love drinking out of this. Figured it out right away. And all our hens are laying eggs, so they probably drink this in about 2 weeks. I really want to show you guys, this is my unfinished automatic chicken door. It's functional, it's just not cleaned up. I have a photoresistor here that feeds information into an Arduino that's in this control box. And I have a solar charger here and a battery to power. And to recharge it, up on the garden shed, I have a 15-watt solar panel. Definitely overkill, but good for the cloudy days and the long winter non-sunny days we have in Portland. So this was an outside door. I made an inside door. I have a toggle switch here, and it has 3 settings. There's either down, up, or in the center. In the center is sun control mode, so it's bright out, so the door is open. Toggle it down, and the door will go down. You may or may not have been able to hear, but the motor stays on once it's all the way down for a minute. It's closing a locking mechanism, so a raccoon can't get in here. Shouldn't be able to get in here easily unless he digs or something, but there's definitely wire up everywhere. And if he gets in, he won't be able to get into the coop because it locks. So I don't have to put it in the up mode, I'll just put it in the auto mode and it should go up. Alright, and then we have a convenience access panel. So you can see the mechanism in here. I have an upper limit switch. And you can see that the limit is hit right now. I have a little wooden block that's pushing the peg, or the arm of the limit switch up. And then here's the back side of my switch. It's a double pull, double throw center off switch, but I'm only using half of it. And then I have a motor mount, basically I built right here, that holds a small, highly geared motor. And I have some 20-pound backing for fly fishing as my main line coming down. And then it splits off. This is a locking mechanism. It basically hinges at these screws, and in order to get this to work right, you want the locks to hinge from right here. You want this pivot point to be very close to this piece of trim that holds in the door. It's kind of loose in there. And then the weight of this piece will pull down when the door comes down. It's a lot easier just to see it, so let me have the door go down. You see how the locking mechanism falls into place, and I'll reach around and try to open it up. And you see how those end pieces bump up into the trim. So basically what I had to do was, when my lower limit switch is hit, so that same piece of wood right there just comes down and hits the lower limit switch, and then I have the pulley keep rotating long enough, which is a delay basically in the Arduino code, to let the string fall more and let the locks fall into place. So I'll put it back in auto mode here and you'll see it unhinge. And you see the block going up until the upper limit switch is hit. That's it. So the angle here is also important. If I hold this thing flat, you can see that there's an angle here. That angle is 18 degrees here and here. Without that angle, and without putting this screw, the pivot point, very, very close to the edge of the door, and you have to leave enough room to let this pivot the material here so it doesn't hit the trim as it rounds. If you don't have this pivot point very close and this an angle here, then this locking mechanism doesn't work. I tried to make this flat, and I put a bearing over here, but the door just freely moves the locking mechanism, so you definitely want to make sure that you have an angle there. So that is the automatic chicken coop that we have. And come over here, we have our brood box over here, the egg box. And I guess my wife already got the eggs today. So, anyways, the battery was not fully charged when I put it in, and it is now fully charged. And yesterday was cloudy, so it charged through the clouds just fine. I think my charge controller cost about 15 bucks or so. It's very easy to hook up. You just have your, let's see if this can come into focus. Anyways, the first two connections are for your solar, the second two connections are for your battery, and the third two connections are for your load. So it's very, very simple. So that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed.